All right, y'all, what's going on? It's Combo Breaker 99 back with another video. All right, y'all, so I just got done checking out the new interviews for upcoming fights this weekend with Rose Namajunas and Manon Fiorot. I'm going to probably come back and do a couple videos here, but I just wanted to do a real quick one. I'm going to give my thoughts on, Rose Namajunas at 125. Right off the top, man, I have to say that this fight, I don't think it's going to be a mismatch like people believe. I really think this fight is going to be competitive. And I think that Rose Namajunas, she's going to come in filled out and ready to go in this fight. I think she's going to be ready. Mentally, that's still a question. Is she going to be able to show up, depending on how the fight, is playing out. But I think physically and technically what she's bringing to the table is going to be a challenge for Manon going into this fight. That's why the more and more I was just listening to Rose and thinking about it, as far as her age, I have to say that, this fight ain't going to be a mismatch. I don't think it really will be because listening to her in the interview and talking about moving up to 125, she made it sound like this is where she needs to be now. She said, nope, I'm not moving back down to 115 anymore. As far as it goes, she's a full-fledged flyweight. We don't know if she's gonna quit after this or what, if she was to lose, but from here, we might as well go ahead and mark Rose down as she's joining the flyweight division from here, win or lose, right? But yeah, she said the last couple of weight cuts were rough. The Carla rematch, going into that when she was talking about having, the sunken eyes and just kind of feeling weak from that, from that weight cut. She's not a big fan of weight cuts. And, even the fight before that. And just, I think down the line, it's always been kind of trouble for, not just her, but a lot of these flyweights and a lot of these strawweights. And to me, I always thought that looking at Rose's physique, she would have no trouble, because she was just she was thinner. She was thinner than most of the strawweights, just really long. But you got to think, like, during her downtime, like she said, she's walking around like 135 and, possibly a little bit heavier, because, she's getting up to be in her 30s now, right? And even before, she could have been walking around at like 130, 135. And, that's 20 pounds of, that's 20 pounds of weight you have to cut, right? She's not as, like, lean and, like, muscular as, like, Joanna, who has rough weight cuts. But when you think about it, fighters of their stature and, doing this for a long time, and the older you get, it starts to become hell on your body, so I think that, now that she doesn't really have that rough weight cut, you're going to see like Rose as she performs in like training, and you're going to see the Rose moving around in training as well, right? You're going to see that Rose that moves around with a little bit of quickness on however she is at 125, and, the speed as well. Maybe, I'm not saying it's going to be like Tatiana, but maybe she feels the same way as Tatiana, because like Tatiana Suarez, when she said when she would get down to the 125 mark and be training, she felt that was her best. Like she felt that was her strongest. It was like an interview a couple years ago where she said this, like, I think it was the first time she was going to come back, I think against like Roxy or Andrea Lee. She said that 125, when she would stop at that mark and she would train, she felt great. She was strong. She could keep going. She was dominant, dominant in sparring and dominant in training. When she got down to 115, she was good, but you could feel the difference, right? And so maybe with Rose getting to that point now, being, 30, 31 years old, her body's kind of feeling out the same way. She's just not as big, but she's probably feeling like, without this rough weight cut, stopping at 125, I feel good. Got more in the gas tank. I feel a little bit stronger. So, yeah, I think I can perform better at this weight. So, yeah, I think that it could be, like I said, it could be. But the thing is, she hasn't fought at 125 consistently, and she didn't really like feel out the way like Alexa Grasso did. Alexa Grasso, when she went from 115 to 125, she started at the bottom, unranked all the way up to the top. Whereas Rose, she's coming straight in against a number 2 Manon, who's already, climbed her way up the UFC flyweight rankings, naturally bigger, naturally stronger as well, right? So, she in that aspect is going to have her hands full there. But I think Manon, she's going to have her hands full too. Like the age isn't too far off either. So I don't think that one's going to be a little bit slower or, a little bit, more worn than the other. I think it like 2 years apart. Yeah, like 2 or 3 years apart. So I think when it comes down to that, it's pretty equally matched. But I think that Rose is going to have her hands full as far as dealing with the full-fledged experienced flyweight, whereas Manon, she's going to be dealing with this technically sound fighter who moved up and is going to be feeling stronger. So who knows, like Rose said, having a rough weight cut, that could have affected how she performed in the Carla fight, even in the second Weili fight. So we'll see. But I'm still leaning towards Manon in this one as far as like her just being at the top. But she's going to have, I believe she's going to have a challenge here, because you're still dealing with a former two-time champion that can rise to the occasion. So, yeah, the more I look at this fight, I think it's going to be evenly matched fight. Not too much of a mismatch here. It could be, but from what I'm seeing with how Rose's body looked as well, and just seeing some other photos of, her kind of filling out, yeah, I think it'll probably be a good fight. It should be a good matched fight. I think Rose didn't put on too much weight either. She just said she wanted to tack on a little bit of muscle, at a time. She didn't want to come in with too much muscle, so she would be a real, like heavier and slow. I think, they just put on a little bit at a time to kind of grow into the division, but making sure the wrestling and the grappling department is on point, so, she can be a little bit more grounded in case, Manon is to try to take her down or whatever, right? But, yeah, that's my early thoughts on just looking at, a couple of the questions in the interview and just listening to what Rose is saying. I was just riding around and saying, oh, you know what? That is true. Like, I was thinking about that as well. Like, she definitely could come in here filled out, ready to go, a little bit more durable, like Amanda Ebos did, with like Tatiana Wood at 125. It could be to her advantage there, So we'll see, guys. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all think this fight is starting to look like or shape up to be more of a evenly fought fight to y'all? I know most people are picking Rose, but as far as like the physical stature, what do y'all think? Let me know, guys. Combo Breaker 99. I'm out. Peace.